This is the dirtiest day.
What's up, guys? Andy and I just got back from Las Vegas in the Mint 400.
Awesome.
Dude, I gotta breathe still. Breathe? What?
What did we do down there?
Tore it up in the desert.
Yeah, we tore.
Ray on the beat.
We went down, rented a house, thank you Chuck Brazier, and invited a bunch of coordinators, whoever could come. Meet us in Vegas. He had people driving in from Ohio,
Chicago,
Chicago, wherever. All the freaking SoCal guys, Oregon, Washington. We all got a house and just proceeded to have just kind of an epic weekend. It's kind of circling the Mint 400.
Yeah. Starting
with, we went down to the parade, first of all. The Mint actually invited our gambler heaps down there to mix it up with all the trophy trucks.
So I think the general consensus is that this is pretty overwhelming. We've got our $500 rigs parked in here with like friggin' the monster trophy truck and like every single iconic desert race rig. I think there's Brian Blakemore. Let me find him.
Truck. So we got to go down there for a parade, and we're parked next to BJ Baldwin and the Terrible Herbs. We ended up being kind of a hit down there with all of our garbage heaps.
Yeah. And then we paraded down Las Vegas Boulevard.
This is a Cinnamons production.
Went for a swim. Woke up the next day. I had to bail over to Hoonigan, so I towed the Miata, and Jason with his 912 towed it all over to Hoonigan. And you've probably seen that video on YouTube of us ripping it up. And
It's called the Gambler 500.
We're gonna run the Gambler 500. It's a dumb off-road rally for dumb cars.
Okay, your name? Jason Leitner. I just like to offer this little beast.
Olympics. Well, these guys stayed behind in the desert and did what?
And got pretty buck wild with our enormous jump that was built by Grant Nelson and friends out of Iowa.
He's like, dude, Grant totally smoked me. He's like, man,
well, he went around the edge, and I bombed through, and I'm like, you gotta step up your game, son.
Next morning, we're like, we hit down to the Mint, down to Contingency a little bit, hung out with the real racers, and we went back out to the desert with the mini bikes, the Traxxas, RC car.
Yeah.
We set up the short course for a little like timed run.
Professional hot laps.
Professional hot laps. Oh, we were timing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got some drone footage of that.
Sa
After that, we capped it all off with like the long jump contest.
Yeah. Mitchell bought, what was that, a free jump $500?
About a $500 Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
And proceeded to jump it until it finally said enough. And then Grant stepped up and pucked the truck. That's 96 feet. Yeah. Which we got some video of that too. So.
And I think, yeah, if you look close in all those videos, not only is there a driver, but there's also a passenger in all those.
Yeah.
To make sure that everything was going good. It has a CD player?
Or actually, I'm gonna take the.
Yeah, that looks like mud. Good enough.
Perfect. The mud like helps stop the leaks. Exactly.
The mud probably is stop leaking.
Yeah.
How may I help you, buddy? How are you? Well, we're in the desert and you didn't have a car. No. But I heard something's changed. What's changed?
This has changed.
What?
We found us a friendly junkyard. Got us a Corolla wannabe Geo.
Boom, because Corollas never say die.
Came with 2 crack pipes. Not 1, but 2.
It's the BOGO.
Here's what you gotta check. Check this out. This thing's so
Right, let's go check this out.
You start it. There's no key. You start it with that switch, and then you rep 2 wires
that's
together
custom.
to stop it.
This thing's fancy.
We said just send it. So.
Hey, we need a tape converter. Car.
Let's one more jump out of it.
I think you broke your frame.
Oh, the airbag went off. So let's see. How's that?
morning. Some guys went out to the race. We towed our junk all the way back from Vegas, back to Portland. Had an all-around pretty rad weekend.
Yeah, it's good to link up there, buddy, and hang out with the people that put it all together for you guys.
I mean, we were gambling, but like we weren't really gambling. So I mean, it was just on an adventure with a bunch of people and some garbage cars, and it was rad and fun. So if you're the gambler, can bring kind of like-minded people from all across the country together. I mean, you guys can obviously kind of do the same thing. It kind of shows why it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I cut some footage.
ABG.
No, yours is a fate worse than death, Batman.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Tate with the Gambler 500. I am really excited about making this announcement and officially welcoming JC Whitney and Auto Parts Warehouse to the Gambler 500 family. They are the official auto parts supplier of the Gambler 500. If you don't know who they are, you've been living in a cave, you don't remember growing up with the JC Whitney catalog showing up at your house and sitting on the coffee table and your dad thumbing through it every weekend. Well, now basically they've evolved. You can still get the catalog, but everything's online, easy to get on there, get the parts you need. They show up at your doorstep. No more driving down to the auto parts store for them not to have it, for them to order it, for them to finally get the wrong part. You go back, you order it again, and it's a week and a half later, you don't have what you need. Now you get on, you know what you need, you order it with the click of a button, it shows up on your doorstep, and then boom, you're in the garage putting it on. So that's what we're gonna be kind of illustrating for you guys, doing some how-to videos. I'm gonna be honest with you, some of it may be some how not to videos.
Took the restrictor plate off, give the Red Dragon a little more juice. Keep that on the down low. It's not exactly street legal.
I'm a shade tree mechanic at best, but today we're gonna start off with a K&N air filter. Figured that would be easy enough, kind of a bolt-on project. We're gonna put it on a 2005 Toyota Tundra. This is my daily driver. This is what I use for the rally support rig. Got some really cool stuff we're gonna be doing with the suspension here coming up in future episodes. But for today, we're gonna get this thing breathing right. Cut to the clip of me swapping out and putting a cherry bomb on this thing not just a few weeks ago. Want to make sure, since it's breathing a little easier, now it's gonna, without exhaling a little easier, now I can breathe a little easier with the K&N air filter. So super excited about this. Let's get her unboxed and let's bolt her in. So I've had the K&N air filter and cold air intake on for 2 days now, and it's awesome. It sounds great. Throttle response is probably the biggest improvement I've seen. I'm not sure my miles per gallon have gotten any better because I can't keep my foot out of it. Between having the glass pack back there and the cold air intake and the cone filter, it sounds awesome. So highly recommend this mod. I didn't get too far into the weeds with the install video, to be honest with you. The install guide is very complete. It's awesome. It's good. Probably only took me about 45 minutes, and that's me fumbling around a little bit with cameras and everything to get it installed. So if you're thinking about putting this on any vehicle, much less the Toyota 4.7, boom, you get the Gambler value seal of approval. Hold Your Horses said that you need to, forgot to remove the mass airflow sensor. Just small detail. So don't get rid of this thing yet. Ooh, shiny. All right. So while you've got your MAF, you take out your new shiny tube. You'll see that lines up just perfectly. All right. Then once you take the air box and install this trim around it, it gives you this bag of hardware and stuff, and it's calling out for the rubber mounted stud. Like it, the rubber mounted stud. What I like about this kit is that obviously, you know, K&N comes typically in standard, but since all the bolts that I use to remove the stock airbox were 10mm, I had all my 10mm out. And the guys at K&N, assuming this was on purpose, all the hardware on here is also 10mm, so all the tools I was just using fits right on. These other two little studs and put them into the stock location. And once we remove the upper mounting bolt for the fan shroud, we can go ahead and take our heat shield and install it in the engine bay. Now we're going to install the heat shield, and you'll see that those rubber grommets we installed fit right over on those brackets that are welded inside of the shroud. So the bracket, the short bracket, attach the shroud, the radiator support, and the long bracket, this one. So they give you two brackets. I'll show them to you. The shorter bracket attaches the shroud to the radiator support, and the longer bracket is for the intake tube. So remember that one on 2005, 2006 Toyota Tundra 4.7s. Next, take the silicone elbow and install it on the intake with the provided hose clamps. So take the filter adapter, install it into the cone. They give you this nice little sleeve. You fix the filter adapter, take your two remaining hose clamps, slide it over. Now you're ready to install your filter on the intake. So that's it. Looks good. Probably the shiniest thing in my engine bay. I'm gonna have to think about cleaning that up. So anyways, thanks JC Whitney and Auto Parts Warehouse for supporting the Gambler and for helping us make cool install videos like this. Look forward to making a bunch more videos, whether it's with the Vortec powered Datsun pickup truck. We've got our buddies Fiero and CRX back there. We've got some Subarus in the shop. We've got the big rig. This thing's got big plans coming in the next week, so look for a total transformation of the LMTV. Of course, going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff with the Tundra, the Miata. If you guys have been following, obviously the clutch and powertrain needs a little bit of assistance. So yeah, let us know if there's projects you want to do. Let us know if you want to bring down your project down to the Gambler Garage, and maybe we can work on it. You look behind me, here on the floor. I want to say thank you to Icon Vehicle Dynamics and Total Chaos. Thanks to them, we're going to be doing some pretty extensive modifications to the Tundra coming up. So now that we've got the K&N air filter on there, hopefully we'll be breathing easy while we're flying through the desert at high speeds. Anyways, thanks again, ABG.
You think you belong to the dark? You're just a tourist here.